Greetings, R. Frederick Riddle here with another episode of Christian News and Views. This is episode 274, and this is Tuesday. So, this is going to be a sort of a light uh, newscast today. I'll explain as I go here. Um, I scanned today's news for items of interest. I found, and I must admit that I came up pretty much empty-handed. Most of the news that I found ranged from the Epstein files to Mars and beyond. Sounds interesting, but when I began to dig, they had very little content and were more like suggestive, and some of them stuff I came across may have even been spammy. But the thing was, there wasn't anything that I could identify with as being intriguing, interesting, and that's kind of hard because I find news and I find science and things of that nature rather interesting, and I didn't today. But there is something that I did find intriguing, and it wasn't in the news. It wasn't anyway. It's in what I would refer to as marketing. You see it on TV. You hear it on the radio. You see it driving around for that matter. So, while I did find some news concerning Mars that lacked substance, as I said before, but what I did find in the marketing area was something that I think that you might find interesting. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. As an author, publisher, and marketer, I am intrigued by the Black Friday sales. You've all heard of them. Usually it means Black Friday. That's again got its term as I understand it from the fact that that's when one of the busiest, if not the busiest day of the year, profit wise. It is when businesses make they go into the black. They're profitable. So I was more than intrigued, and especially since I'm getting ready for my own sale. But I'm going to be launching a different version of a Black Friday sale. It's going to span from November 27th, which is Thanksgiving Day, through December 1st, which is Cyber Monday. That's 5 days altogether. Now, this sale will offer products and services at deep cuts and huge savings. That's typical of what used to be called Thanksgiving weekend sale. Now it's called Black Friday. But I'm not going to call it that. I'm going to have a different name. And it's going to go, instead of being Black Friday and just Black Friday or just Thanksgiving, I have something else in mind. Well, here's what would normally be my opinion. This whole thing is an opinion by it. But in my opinion, the reason they use Black Friday is because we are more materialistic than we are spiritual. We are always looking for great deals. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to making money. I'm not opposed to saving money. Those are good things. But at the same time, I'm old fashioned and I believe in Thanksgiving, being thankful to God for the blessings that He has brought into our lives. So I'm not opposed to saving money. And that is why I will be offering a Black Friday deal. But it won't be called simply a Black Friday deal. Instead, I'm going to call it something that has to do with Thanksgiving. Because again, on the one hand, I was raised to be thankful. Once I got saved, then I have this thankful spirit that God saved me, and He has blessed me throughout my life. He's also sometimes punished me, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about being thankful. And that's what Thanksgiving is. We should be looking to God and being so thankful for the blessings He's bestowed upon us. In my case, upon me and upon my business. So my initial thought, therefore, was call the sale the Thanksgiving 5-day sale. That's what I was originally going to call it. And it has a sort of a ring to it. But when I look around and I drive around and everything, there's hardly anything about Thanksgiving out there. You're hearing Black Friday, Black Friday this, Black Friday that. I'm seeing commercials on TV for Black Friday sales. So on the one hand, I have a thankful spirit. But on the other hand, I do want to make money. And I do want people to notice my products, to at least look at them and see if it's something they want, or not only products, which are books, but I have services where I can teach you and coach you into becoming a published author. Or maybe you don't need it. You don't need to be taught. You just need to have access to a means of publishing your book. Well, that's me. But how do I get that out to you? So I'm going to run this by you, see what you think. Um, it is, first of all, I do want to say this. It is sad that money or profit has replaced what used to be Thanksgiving, a time when we thank the Lord for his blessings. And we should never, ever forget that it is the Lord who blesses us. We may do a lot of hard work and everything, but in the end, he's the one that gives us the ability. He's the one that gives us the intelligence, the knowledge. We weren't born with it. He gave it to us. And so we should always be thankful. So instead of the Black Friday 5-day sale, or for that matter, the Thanksgiving Friday, the Thanksgiving 5-day sale, I'm going to call it the Thanksgiving Black Friday 5-day sale. Now, I was trying to think of a better way of getting that, and I think I have one here coming up. I'll give it to you at the very end here, a slightly different idea. So right now I'm thinking of Thanksgiving Black Friday 5-day sale. In other words, be thankful for his blessings. And here is another Black Friday sale where you can save and be thankful at the same time. So I was going to close it off by saying, watch for my Thanksgiving Black Friday 5-day sale. Well, I want you to try something else here, and I'm going to write this, change it here while I'm doing it as I'm talking it. I'm going to call it, well, be thankful for. There we go. How about this, folks? Be thankful for Black Friday 5-day sale. For this, it's a little bit long, but be thankful for this Black Friday 5-day sale. It's a little bit long, but it encompasses my thinking on this. We should have a thankful spirit, thankful that you can even take advantage of any Black Friday sale, no matter what the product or service is. Be thankful for this particular, if you're interested in being an author, be thankful, a published author, that be thankful for this Black Friday 5-day sale, because I'm offering things, including my services, at huge discounts. And so I'm not going to say what they are right now. I'm still working on that, but it's going to be huge. And I want you to be able to look at it in a thankful spirit. So for now, that's where I'm going to go with. I might still change it to something else, but perhaps you have an idea. I'll look in the comments, see if anybody comes up with one. Be thankful for this Black Friday 5-day sale. And on that note, we will bring this to a conclusion and so if you have any thoughts on what I should call it, fine, but it must involve something about the Thanksgiving spirit. That's my whole concept there, is that we need to remember who it is who blesses, who it is who is making this Black Friday sale. It's not just the company. In my case, it's definitely not the company, and it's definitely not me. It's the Lord Himself. He is making it possible for me to do this. And so be thankful for Black Friday sale, 5 day sale. That's it. You have a great day. I hope that this has been informative, encouraging, and inspirational. Again, feel free to use the comments at any time for any subject that involves this podcast. Always keep it clean, keep it nice, and you have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.